こんにちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Grammar video number 111, and this is the second part of the relative subordinate clause. Today we're going to see several examples of adnominal of persons or the animals. It means we're going to modify or explain or describe a person. It's very important that you watch my video number 109 of grammar. This is very important because there I explained about how to form the relative sentence. And today, this is the examples. Also, in the previous video, grammar 110, I explained about how to say to wear or to put on clothes. And today we're going to use them. Today's video is about the concrete examples. So it is better to watch 109 and 110 of grammar video before. A person who wears a black jacket or who is wearing a black jacket. In Japanese, the noun that is modified comes at the end of this clause. In this case, this noun is hito, a person. So in English, you say a person who. So this kind of modification comes before and hito at the end. The verb kimasu, this is to wear or to put on, but whole body or upper part of the body. Before the noun, we must put all here in futsukei. It means I cannot say kimasu hito or kiteimasu hito. So I change to kiteiru. This is futsukei. So kiteiru hito, it means a person who is wearing, or person who wears. Now the objective. Do you wear what? This is black jacket. So 黒いジャケットを着ます. It means I wear black jacket. So the translation goes like this. A person who wears a black jacket. 黒いジャケットを着ている人。黒いジャケットを着ている人。A girl who is wearing red shoes. 履きます is the verb to say wear, but under the waist, the lower part. So the first, the girl who wears. 女の子, this is the noun that we're going to modify. So this is the last part. 履いている女の子, the girl who wears. Now the object. What wears? Red shoes. So 赤い靴 and what? This is the particle of, and this is the object. 赤い靴を. In Japanese, sentence order is different. A girl who is wearing what? Red shoes. 赤い靴を履いている女の子。赤い靴を履いている女の子。In the case of clothes and accessories, we can also use the past tense. But in 普通形, it means like this green one. 赤い靴を履いた女の子。In English, you can say a girl with red shoes. A woman who is wearing a big hat. The verb かぶります. This is to put on or to wear something on the head, over the head. In Japanese, when you say a woman, and if you say only onna, it sounds a little bit rude. So it's better to say onna no hito, a woman. As always, just before the noun, this must be in 普通形, and in this case, かぶっている is wearing. What is she wearing? A big hat. So 大きい帽子を大きい帽子をかぶっている女の人。大きい帽子をかぶっている女の人。We can also change かぶった instead of かぶっている。This is the past tense of 普通形。And in this case, 大きい帽子をかぶった女の人。It means a woman with a big hat on. A young man who wears an Italian tie. In the case to wear necktie, we can use the verb 締めます. Or, do you remember, we can use also します. And します is easier, so I'm going to use します. A young man, 若い男性 or 若い男の人. 男の人 and 男性 are a synonym. And The both is quite elegant. The noun 男性 and just before the noun we must use the 普通形, right? But here in this case only adjective 若い young. But actually all the adjectives that we just before the noun, these are all adnominal. Anyway, a young man who is wearing している若い男性 and what does he wear? Italian necktie. So イタリアのネクタイを this all means before this is complement, this is object. イタリアのネクタイをしている若い男性。イタリアのネクタイをしている若い男性。In this case, also you can change to した instead of している。In this case, イタリアのネクタイをした若い男性。It means a young man with an Italian tie on. A man who is wearing glasses. The verb to wear, in the case of glasses, we use かけます。かけます to hang. So かけている it means is wearing. The translation, the man who is wearing glasses. So just the different order as in English. And also here instead of 男の人 you can use 男性。メガネをかけている男の人。メガネをかけている男の人。You can also change to かけた instead of かけている it means メガネをかけた男の人 it means a man with his glasses on. A client or a customer who is wearing an expensive and famous watch. And accessories such as watch or earrings like this we can use つけます to wear. But also we can use します so in this case I'm gonna use with します。お客さん this is client or customer. Customer who is wearing しているお客さん。And what is he wearing? Very expensive and famous watch. In this case, the watch itself it is also modified with 高くて有名な and expensive and famous. And these are two adjectives. 高い is adjective. So to unite this 高くて and 有名な this is not adjective. Actually, this 高くて有名な is also adnominal because you are modifying this 時計 this noun. 高くて有名な時計をしているお客さん。高くて有名な時計をしているお客さん。Now, instead of the verbs to wear or to put on, we are going to use any other verbs. A lovely child who is playing in the park. Here, I'm going to modify the noun 子供 a child. But what kind of child? Lovely child. So I'm going to use with the adjective 可愛い子供 The verb to play, we say 遊びます。遊びます。The first group. And 遊んでいます。It means it's playing in the te form and います。But we must use the plain form. So instead of 遊んでいます、遊んでいる。遊んでいる可愛い子供。Lovely child who is playing. And where? In the park. 公園で。We use this particle で place で because 遊びます this is the action verb. Play this is the action. So in the park we must use this particle で instead of に。公園で遊んでいるかわいい子供。公園で遊んでいるかわいい子供。The teacher who I met yesterday at the station. Here, the noun that I'm going to explain is about the teacher. So, 先生. And what kind of teacher? That I met yesterday. The teacher that I met yesterday. 会います the verb to meet. 会います But it must be in the past and in also in 普通形。会った先生。In the sentence order in Japanese, usually いつ、どこで、何をしましたか It means いつ、when, where, and what happened. It means in Japanese, I'm gonna use this 昨日 yesterday. This is when, yesterday. I'm gonna use this word at the beginning. Where? At the station. It means 駅で。駅で会いました。And many people think, oh, it's strange because 会います. This verb is very special and we must use someone に会います. Yeah, but this is someone. 駅 station. This is not a person, right? This is the place. So place で because 会います. This is action verb. Well, I can say I met a teacher at the station. 駅で the place で先生に here this 先生に because person に会いました. But in this case 先生に this に disappear because this goes with sensei, this noun. Do you remember this in my grammar video number 109? Okay? 昨日駅で会った先生。昨日駅で会った先生。My husband who is eating the dish I prepared or I made. Here the noun is 夫 my husband who is eating. 食べている夫 And what is he eating? This is the dish that I made. Here this part is again also this is relative. To say I made the dish. 私は料理を作りました。And what is he eating? The dish that I made, in this case, 私が or 私の because the sentence before 私は but this は must change to が or の in this subordinate clause. 私が or 私の作った this is 作りました but in the 普通形私が作った私が作った料理を食べている夫私の作った料理を食べている夫 All that we are studying is adnominal. It means all the nouns that are modified. In other words, this is relative subordinate clause. And these sound quite poetic. So they are used in the movie titles or book titles. There's a famous movie, 7人の侍 Seven Samurai by Akira Kurosawa in 1954. This is one of the examples of adnominal. In this case, samurai, this is the noun, and 7人, 7 person, this is treated as a noun too. So the 普通形 we must use の7人の samurai, 7 samurai. So this is why we use this の like a 普通形. And 7人, 7 persons, we can say 7人. But here, this is movie title, so you can't change. The pronunciation here is 7人の侍. The other example, the wolf with 7 little goats. 狼と7匹の子ヤギ. Well, yagi, this is goat. 子ヤギ, baby goats or little goats. In this case, also we use this particle の because 7匹 7 and 匹 1匹2匹3匹4匹 this is the counter verse of the animals, the small animals. And here 7匹 we treat as a noun, so we must use の before this 7匹の子ヤギ and 狼 this is the wolf. The last example, le chat botté, the cat in boots or the puss in boots. 長靴 it means 長い靴 long shoes. So this is boots. And also 長靴 we can write in kanji, but this is the story for the children. We usually write all in hiragana here. And 長靴 so this is the boot for the rain. 猫 a cat. 履いた猫履いた it comes from the verb 履きます履きます to wear under the waist, the lower part of the body. 履いた猫 and 長靴を長靴 this is long shoes, boot. So A cat in boots. Now a quiz time with 5 translations into Japanese. 1番目 The doctor who is working in this hospital. 2番目 The girl who wears cute socks. 3番目 A cute boy who is reading a storybook in the library. 4番目 The young woman who is wearing a red and beautiful kimono. 5番目最後です。The foreigner who is wearing a Japanese T-shirt. Do you understand this relative clause better? It's quite difficult, but don't worry. This is the second part of the video, but I'm gonna continue to the third part. As you see, the video is the level is going up and up and up, but little by little. So in the end of all these series of relative sentences, I think you can make very complicated sentences. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give me a like. And if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, oh, please do it. And if you can share my videos with your friends, that can help me a lot, please. いかがでしたか？今日は人に対しての連帯修飾を見てきました。この文法はとても難しいですが、少しずつレベルアップしていきますから、徐々に分かってくると思います。今日は連帯修飾の2番目のビデオです。でもこれからも3番目、4番目と続けていきます。連帯修飾が難しくないと思ってくださる時が来ると思っています。このビデオが気に入ってくださったら、ぜひいいねボタン、そしてチャンネル登録、それから私のビデオをお友達に紹介してくださったらとても嬉しいです。ぜひお願いいたします。ではまた次のビデオでお会いしましょう。絶対に来てください。ではまた次のビデオでお会いしましょう。じゃあね。